The world of custom automobiles thrives on reinvention, artistry, and the ability to bridge nostalgia with innovation. Few names embody this ethos as completely as Kindig-it Design, the celebrated shop founded by Dave Kindig. Known globally for its breathtaking craftsmanship and bold interpretation of classic American cars, Kindig-it has redefined what a custom build can be. At the heart of their philosophy lies the CF1 series, a project that blends Corvette-inspired heritage with modern materials, technology, and design. Among these remarkable builds stands one of the most striking examples to date, the Kindig CF1 Cabriolet No. 018. This machine isn't merely a car, it's a sculpture on wheels, a rolling showcase of how contemporary craftsmanship can resurrect the soul of an era gone by while simultaneously propelling it into the future. Let's take an in-depth look at every element that makes the CF1 Cabriolet No. 018 a masterpiece worthy of its place in automotive history. Timeless design and proportions. At first glance, the CF1 Cabriolet No. 018 communicates elegance through restraint and confidence through detail. Its proportions immediately conjure images of mid-century American sports cars, particularly the first-generation Corvette, yet this isn't a replica. Instead, the CF1 takes cues from history and reinterprets them in a modern form. The low stance, sweeping fenders, and flowing beltline provide visual drama from every angle. Its carbon fiber body panels serve not only as a nod to cutting-edge engineering but also as a canvas for fluid design. Carbon fiber allows the body to be both lightweight and structurally strong, enabling lines and contours that would be impossible with traditional steel. The craftsmanship is evident in the hand-formed panels, which aren't stamped on an assembly line but shaped with an artisan's care. Reshaped wheel arches subtly adjust the stance for an aggressive yet balanced look. Meanwhile, the chopped windshield lowers the roofline to accentuate its sporting character, immediately distinguishing it from any production car of its era or hours. Kindig-it's approach ensures that every CF1 Cabriolet has a unique fingerprint. The number 018 exemplifies this individuality with tailored details that make it unmistakable in a crowd of exotics, muscle cars, or hot rods. It's less about mimicking the past and more about honoring it through precision and vision. Interior craftsmanship. If the exterior is a love letter to classic proportions, the interior of the CF1 Cabriolet No. 018 is a masterclass in how bespoke tailoring can transform a driving experience. Every surface, stitch, and contour reflects hours of handwork. The cabin is wrapped in premium leather, selected not just for durability but for its tactile richness. The leather is hand-dyed and cut, ensuring that no two CF1 interiors are identical. Contrast stitching provides subtle accents, a reminder that even the smallest details matter in a car of this caliber. The seating position is deliberately driver-focused, evoking the sensation of slipping into a cockpit rather than just a seat. Gauges are clean and precise, echoing vintage styling cues while integrating modern readability. Custom trim pieces, machined from aluminum or billet components, line the dash and console, blending old-world charm with contemporary sophistication. Unlike many classic cars, comfort isn't sacrificed here. Modern ergonomics, climate control, and thoughtful touches make the CF1 a car one can truly enjoy on long drives, not just admire on a show floor. The result is a cabin that bridges the emotional pull of nostalgia with the practical needs of modern performance driving. Performance heritage. While Kindig-it Design often keeps specific numbers close to the chest, the CF1 Cabriolet No. 018 is built with performance at its core. Like its CF1 siblings, it relies on LS-based V8 powertrains, chosen for their reliability, power, and adaptability. These engines carry the DNA of Chevrolet performance while being enhanced with modern fuel injection, electronics, and materials that ensure decades of dependability. The suspension system is thoroughly modern, engineered to deliver precision handling without sacrificing ride comfort. Independent suspension setups paired with performance braking systems ensure that the CF1 Cabriolet feels planted, responsive, and safe even under spirited driving. The beauty of the CF1 series lies in its ability to balance. On one hand, it captures the emotional essence of a mid-century Corvette, the sound of a rumbling V8, the thrill of an open road, the aggressive yet elegant stance. On the other, it delivers the expectations of a modern performance car. Refined steering, reliable stopping power, and a chassis that inspires confidence. The number 018 may not wear official horsepower or torque figures on its sleeve, but in a sense, it doesn't need to. The philosophy of the CF1 is about experience over statistics. The way it makes you feel behind the wheel is far more important than any number on paper. The legacy of the CF1 series. The CF1 series is more than just a collection of builds. It's a movement within the world of custom cars. At its heart lies a philosophy that heritage can coexist with modernity without either being compromised. Dave Kindig and his team at Kindig-it Design recognized that the first-generation Corvette, though beloved, had limitations by today's standards. By taking inspiration rather than directly copying, they created something new, something that pays tribute while breaking new ground. Each CF1 build, including Cabriolet number 018, represents hundreds if not thousands of hours of hand labor. This is not mass production. Each car is essentially one of one, reflecting the collaborative vision between builder and client. In an era where most cars roll off production lines indistinguishable from one another, the CF1 series stands as a beacon of individuality. Collectors and enthusiasts recognize the significance of these builds. They are not just vehicles but rolling works of art, investments that merge emotional value with cultural significance. With only a limited number produced, each CF1 instantly becomes part of a rarefied lineage that speaks to craftsmanship, exclusivity, and timeless design. Kindig-it Design, the shop behind the magic. To understand the CF1 Cabriolet number 018, one must understand the culture and ethos of Kindig-it Design itself. Founded in Salt Lake City, Utah, by Dave Kindig, the shop has grown from a small operation into a globally recognized brand, largely thanks to its relentless dedication to artistry. Dave Kindig's background in design, coupled with his ability to communicate vision through sketches and concepts, became the foundation of the shop's success. What sets Kindig-it apart is its full in-house approach. Design, fabrication, paint, upholstery, and assembly are all handled under one roof. This ensures absolute control over quality and consistency. The shop's rise to fame was accelerated by the hit TV series Bitchin' Rides, which showcased not just the builds but the personalities behind them. Fans worldwide came to appreciate not only the finished cars but also the painstaking process required to achieve them. The CF1 project epitomizes Kindig-it's philosophy: respect the past, but never be bound by it. The Cabriolet number 018, like its siblings, could only exist because of this fearless creativity combined with uncompromising standards. A collector's dream, the rarity of the CF1 Cabriolet number 018 cannot be overstated. Each car is numbered, documented, and celebrated as part of an exclusive lineage. Owning one isn't just about acquiring a car, it's about becoming part of a narrative, one that connects the golden age of American sports cars with the innovation of today's craftsmen. From an investment perspective, vehicles like the CF1 stand in a category of their own. They do not depreciate in the same way mass-produced cars do. Instead, they appreciate in cultural and collector value, largely because of their uniqueness and the reputation of the builders. For many, the true reward isn't monetary but emotional. Imagine arriving at a concours event, a car show, or simply a cruise night, and knowing that there is not another car on Earth exactly like yours. That sense of exclusivity, combined with the jaw-dropping presence of the CF1 Cabriolet number 018, makes ownership an experience that transcends transportation. The spirit of reinvention. The CF1 Cabriolet number 018 isn't simply a tribute to the Corvette. It's a statement about what reinvention can mean in the automotive world. Too often, modern interpretations of classics fall into one of two traps. Either they become slavish replicas that lack originality, or they stray so far from their inspiration that the connection feels forced. The CF1 avoids both pitfalls by walking a careful line. Its DNA is recognizable, but it doesn't rely on nostalgia alone. Instead, it evolves the design, bringing sharper lines, stronger materials, and a more modern attitude without losing the essence that made its inspiration beloved. This philosophy resonates beyond cars. In many ways, the CF1 represents a cultural truth, that history isn't something to be preserved in amber, but something to be revisited, reinterpreted, and reimagined for each new generation. Market value and exclusivity. One of the most frequently asked questions about the Kindig CF1 Cabriolet series, including the number 018, is simple yet crucial. What does it cost? While Kindig-it Design does not publish official pricing in the same way manufacturers do, industry insiders and auction watchers have provided estimates that reflect the rarity and craftsmanship behind each build. Reports suggest that a Kindig CF1 typically starts in the high six-figure range, with some builds approaching or surpassing $1 million, depending on customization, finishes, and customer requirements. This places the CF1 not only in the realm of elite custom cars, but also alongside high-end exotics like Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and even boutique hypercars. For collectors, however, the price tag is only part of the story. What matters more is exclusivity. Unlike exotic brands that build hundreds or thousands of units each year, Kindig-it produces each CF1 as a handcrafted, limited number work of art. With fewer than 24 cabriolets known to exist, the number 018 instantly becomes a grail car for enthusiasts who understand its significance. The Corvette C1 legacy. To truly appreciate what Kindig-it Design has accomplished with the CF1 Cabriolet number 018, one must revisit the origins of its inspiration. The Chevrolet Corvette C1, introduced in 1953. The original Corvette was a daring gamble by General Motors, a two-seat roadster with fiberglass bodywork at a time when American cars were primarily large, heavy sedans. Though the first-year models were underpowered, the Corvette quickly evolved, and by the late 1950s it had established itself as America's sports car. The C1 was sleek, charming, and aspirational, becoming a symbol of post-war optimism and freedom. Yet, as beloved as the C1 remains, it also carried limitations by modern standards. Modest performance, limited comfort, and technology that feels antiquated today. What Kindig-it has done with the CF1 Cabriolet series is not just restore that magic but reimagine it for the 21st century, retaining the emotional core while removing the compromises. In this sense, the CF1 Cabriolet number 018 isn't just a modernized Corvette tribute. It is what the C1 might have become if its designers had access to today's materials, engineering, and design philosophy. Auction potential and collector status. As custom cars increasingly cross auction blocks at prestigious events such as Barrett-Jackson, Mecum, and RM Sotheby's, builds like the Kindig CF1 Cabriolet number 018 stand out for their rarity and prestige. While many customs are deeply personal and sometimes undervalued outside their original commission, the CF1 has transcended this barrier. In collector circles, Kindig builds are recognized as investment-grade customs. This is no small achievement, as most modified cars lose value compared to factory originals. The CF1 flips that narrative, because it carries both the heritage of Corvette design and the celebrity of Kindig-it craftsmanship. When CF1 models appear at auction, which is rare, they often command attention from bidders worldwide. Their uniqueness ensures competition, and their handcrafted quality provides reassurance that these cars are more than novelties. They are rolling legacies. For the CF1 Cabriolet number 018, this means its long-term outlook is promising, both as a collector's treasure and as a cultural artifact in the history of American custom cars. The cultural impact of Kindig's vision. Beyond numbers, auctions, and craftsmanship, the CF1 Cabriolet number 018 represents something larger. A cultural shift in how we perceive classics. For decades, purists have debated the merits of preservation versus modification. Should historic cars remain untouched, frozen in time, or should they evolve through the imagination of modern builders? Kindig-it Design offers a third-path reinterpretation that honors heritage without erasing it. The CF1 doesn't pretend to be an untouched survivor, nor does it disregard its roots. Instead, it acts as a bridge between eras, making a 1950s-inspired sports car relevant and desirable for new generations. This cultural relevance ensures that the CF1 isn't just a car for collectors. It's a conversation starter, a symbol of how passion for cars evolves across decades. The Kindig CF1 Cabriolet number 018 is more than just a custom build. It is a declaration of artistry, heritage, and vision. In its carbon fiber panels, hand-stitched leather, and LS-powered heart beats the spirit of both yesterday and tomorrow. It represents everything that makes the world of custom cars so compelling. The ability to capture imagination and turn it into reality. For collectors, enthusiasts, and dreamers alike, the Cabriolet number 018 is a reminder that cars can be more than machines. They can be stories told in steel, carbon, and leather. Kindig-it Design has once again proven that the past doesn't have to stay in the past. With enough creativity, craftsmanship, and passion, it can be reborn, better, sharper, and even more beautiful than before.